The time has come. It is now 5 Friday feedback, viewer mailbag time. I'm excited for this one.
Let's do it.
This one's interesting. So, can you help a high schooler looking for help? Interesting.
He's a high schooler.
He's a high schooler, yeah. Yep, you can tell. Can you help a high schooler looking for help on a real estate, credit building, and investments? I think we can. Howdy, Fi Guys. All right, buckle up. Buckled. All right, I've read through this already, and there's a lot of points where I could stop, but I'm just gonna bulldoze through it. So yeah. All right, buckle up, finance gurus. This 17-year-old with the ambitions of the size of Texas is ready to level up their money game. My quest, mastering the real estate, credit, and investing trifecta, and building a future where a workday involves pina coladas, not spreadsheets. You are a high schooler. Do not drink. Think of me as a sponge, soaking up knowledge like it's going out of style. I've got the basics of credit building down. Hello, responsible credit builder. But real estate and investment worlds are still a shroud of mystery for me. Think pyramids, hieroglyphics, ancient financial secrets waiting to be unlocked. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm aiming for a sweet spot. The passive income zone where rental properties and savvy investments generate my caffeine budget and then some. Think $200,000 to $300,000 a year, with enough left over to fuel my wanderlust and my fuel for my entrepreneurial journey. Reinvesting is key, baby. It literally says key, baby. Nice.
High schooler.
Yeah, I'm never saying that again. Reinvesting is key. Insert that word. This ain't a one-shot deal. It's an empire in the making. I love that. But hold on. I'm not some naive dreamer lost in a sea of stock charts. I'm a hustler, a grinder, away at school, juggling chores like a pro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But hey, every hustler needs a mentor, someone with the street smarts and financial wisdom to guide them through the maze. That's where you come in. Thank you. Oh, wise wizards of wealth. Love that. Any insights you could share would be like finding the holy grail of financial freedom. Think real estate gold mines hidden in plain sight, credit loopholes that would make my credit score cry, and investment strategies that would send my grandma into shock. Jesus. Sincerely, your knowledge is worth more than a gold-plated Bitcoin. So, what do you say? You down to be my Yoda, my sensei, my personal guru, my personal finance guru? Hit me back with your wisdom and let's turn this dream into a reality. One rental property, one smart investment at a time. Remember the bright future, the bank account looking up, and with your guidance, this aspiring financial ninja is ready to conquer the world. Peace out, best regards, if you prefer. Okay. From 17 and keen, financial dreams turning, seeking your guidance for a lesson worth learning.
That was a lot.
Next. Dang. That was a lot. Dang. That was like a blast from the past,
That was
bro.
a blast from the past. Okay.
Dude, I need to chill after that one. Good Lord. Okay. Let's get into the notes from that one.
So first off, I'm having trouble even saying what was the question?
I don't even know. I think he just wants more education.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking the question is he is interested in real estate. He wants to build his credit, and then he also wants good investments.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to say to any high schooler is you need to educate yourself more on every single realm of those.
Yes.
If you want to be a real estate investor, you need to start learning about real estate investing. If you want to be a individual stock picker, you need to start learning about those things. Unfortunately, when it comes to high school, it's the get rich quick schemes. That's what everyone's gravitated towards. Only 10% of people beat the market. Only 10% of people do well in whatever niche they're in. But every single high schooler, especially males, think that they're in that top 10%.
Yes, we know this because we were those high schoolers.
Yes, we know this because I was there, and now I'm here to show that there might be a better way.
I remember picking stocks in the middle of class.
Yep.
Like I used to play this like paper money. Like you could paper trade the stock market and pick like actual stocks, but it's like fake money. And I would just be doing that in the middle of like class.
Yeah, and that I remember in high school we did that same thing where they were like, "Oh, who's the best stock picker?" And they basically like bring you to the computer lab and like everyone's choosing that.
Yeah.
That was like the worst way to introduce people to the stock market.
So dumb.
Because you give them a month to like whoever wins like this I don't
Gift
know,
card.
a jar of jelly beans or some stupid crap.
Nice.
And then everyone just like the best guy just happens to be the guy that purchased one stock just because he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, like I chose Southwest Airlines because their ticker symbol is love, and it's like, get out! That's not a good way to pick
That's not
stocks.
right. Yeah, and then they win, and everyone's like, okay, I guess that's how you win. You just get lucky.
Yeah, it's like that's a horrible way to win.
Yeah, I don't
Horrible
know.
way to learn. Yeah.
If I could fix one thing for the education system, it wouldn't be that, but that'd be part of it. But for our writer, you really need to start like reading books, go on online courses. Like you're listening to the podcast, so that's good.
solid.
Like, that's a really solid way. But there's so many different ways that you need to start learning. Because for you to ask me like, how do I get a rental property? How do I build my credit? What are good investments?
Yep.
You don't even know what question to ask.
Yeah. You have to formulate your mind to ask the right question.
Yep.
It's not even about the answer; it's about the question. And like last week's pod, we talked about the psychology of money, the book. You know, we also talked not in a podcast yet, but Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, stuff like that. Definitely great books to involve yourself in. I think the more time you spend in the arena of finance, the more comfortable you are with the battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's kind of the next thing is like he says, I want to be financially independent, like sipping pina coladas, bringing in $200,000 to $300,000 a month or a year.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. But then if that's the case, what are you willing to sacrifice right now in order to achieve that?
Yeah.
So if that's what you want, and I feel that means that you're going to have to start making a lot of money really fast and not spending any of it.
Yeah.
And just saving everything up and reinvesting it into your rental properties and into your investments. That right now it doesn't seem like you have much knowledge on how to get into either one of those or what either one of those entails. You know, I think rentals and doing real estate is an amazing way to make wealth, but so many people think that is like a passive way of making wealth. It's not passive in any way, shape, or form. No. Like once you have a good business that's running, you have good tenants, good systems and processes. At that point, it is quote unquote passive.
Semi-passive. Yeah.
But building up that real estate empire and like starting like purchasing your first home, getting tenants in, dealing with the toilets, tenants, trash, all the BS that it takes to do it. That's a lot of work, and it's not passive in any way, shape, or form at the beginning.
A lot of learning, a lot of mistakes.
A lot of failing.
But in the end, success.
Yes.
If you're willing to go through the muck of it, if you're willing to really get your hands dirty and learn and fail publicly sometimes, and you can win. Yeah. You can still win.
So if this guy's in high school, and I'm guessing he's probably still living at home.
Yeah.
If he wanted to go directly into real estate, like I doubt he has money for a down payment.
No.
So what I'd probably recommend is maybe house hacking. Yeah. Or maybe you can
just staying with your parents for a while.
Staying at home and like try to build up your savings as much as you can, and also build your credit at this time. We just did a whole podcast all about building your credit. Yep. The best way, if you're not 18 right now and you can't apply for a credit card, is ask your parents if they will co-sign you onto one of their credit cards. That way you can start to piggyback off that. I don't know what your parents' credit is. Only if your parents have good credit scores. If their credit scores are terrible, don't do that.
And they're responsible with money.
And you're responsible with money too. Because your parents have to trust you, or they can just put you on the card and not give you the card. That's probably what I'm going to do with my kids, honestly.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The next big thing is if you are staying with your parents, start saving your money for a down payment on a property. If that's the way you want to go.
Yeah. I think that's a smart move. And don't just you can just put it in cash under your bed, but I would recommend putting it in a high yield savings account to where you're not just stacking cash where it's like, oh, I made $500 this week. It's like, no, you made $500 and then you put it in an account and it starts growing interest.
And then that $500 made $5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do. And it's difficult too, because unfortunately what a lot of kids do, once they start seeing that they have that like money that's made for their real estate, for like maybe their first property or their car or whatever, they see all that money sitting there like, oh, I have $10,000 there. That's silly. I've heard not to have money in savings. So I'm going to go and start trading it and make that $10,000 into $100,000.
I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to 10x it.
And then 5 minutes later, they have that $10,000 goes to zero. And then they stop playing the game.
Yeah.
So it's just so much we have to do is just saving money and realizing that becoming financially independent, like achieving what I've achieved in my life, what Dominic is working towards, it takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes a lot of freaking sacrifice. The worst thing that could happen to you is that you get all the money that you need because you're going to blow it. Like the universe has some weird causality rule is if you get something before you're ready for it, the universe will take it back. That's why so many people that win the lottery end up dead in a ditch like a year later. It just
they just weren't ready for it.
They weren't ready for it. So that's where putting in the hustle and working and trying really is going to be the biggest thing. So you have to start to save money. You have to start to understand what money really means. Next big thing I can say for like someone in high school is you need to start networking. Like that's the reason people go to college is not for the education. The education is great and good and whatnot. But it's for the network. It's to start to grow people that can help you down the line. And don't look at every relationship as what can you give to me. It's what can I give to you? How can I help you? That's the way that you really grow a network and build skills so that when you are down in the muck, you need help, someone's willing to help you because you were willing to help them. Don't go into a room looking for what can you help me with because people can smell that a mile away.
Absolutely. I think also this person wants to make a lot of money. I think rather than setting a goal to say, I want to make 200,000, 300,000, $1 million, rather than saying, I want to make $1 million a year, set out a goal to be the type of person that can make $1 million a year. Because quick money comes fast, leaves faster, you know? But becoming the person that can do it and repeat it, it's beautiful because sometimes in life, you know, we build up a myriad of skills and yet we get put back to zero, but in actuality, we still have all those skills. And we can get back there. And building the person that can get to $1 million or more, $1 billion, whatever, that's what is truly needed in this person's case, I believe.
And it's also difficult for me to like recommend like how are you going to get the real estate. I don't know what kind of job you have. If you're in high school, you probably don't have a job. But or maybe you do. It's like a part-time job.
Dairy Queen or something.
Dairy Queen or like I don't know something. That's going to make it very difficult. You know, you need to focus on building money right now and saving money. There's really only two sides of this equation: how much money you make versus minus how much money you spend. The money that's left over is what gets to go into money to build your real estate empire or your investments. If you don't focus on these two things, there's nothing left over to even put into investments. So a lot of people ask me like, oh, how do I become a real estate millionaire? Well, how much money do you have to put into real estate? Oh, I have nothing. Well, then you're not going to become a real estate millionaire. Sorry, that's just the way it works. Or tell me what the best stock to buy is right now. Well, first off, that's not my game. But if I ask like, all right, how much money do you have to put into a stock? And they're like, nothing. Well, then nothing. Why are you even asking me the question?
You can't buy stocks with nothing. You have to
start small.
You have to start small, and you know it's fun to talk about stocks. It's fun to talk about real estate, investments, all that stuff. But that's level 3, level 4 stuff. Let's talk about level 1. You know, savings, expenses. Are you saving more than you're spending? Right?
Are you making more? Are you spending less than you're making?
Exactly. And like getting those baby steps down and like getting those walk versus run down is so important. So key. And
then, you know, once you do have that money up, now we're going to start small. We're going to start purchasing into stocks. So I always recommend ETFs, like big passive indexes, because, you know, based off the question, the way you worded the question, you're not the guy to go in there and choose. You're not the next Warren Buffett. You may be, but right now you're not that person. You don't have that knowledge base to ask that question based off the way that you formulated the question. You know, and if you want to buy real estate, again, I would totally recommend like a single family purchase or maybe a duplex where you live in the house with them. But right now, like focus on staying home, focus on saving as much money as you can, and then continue researching the market, research real estate, research investments, research whatever it is, whatever game you want to go. But what I fear for a lot of high schoolers, they want to go 0 to 100 immediately. You know, I want to be both a real estate investor and own my own business and have $1 million in the stock market that I'm day trading. And like each one of those 3 things are individual skills that have taken me a decade or more to build up, and I'm still not even that good at any of them.
I think it's very tempting because we've all been there where it's like, I want to study real estate, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. I would say pick a discipline. Focus on it. Be a sponge about it. But also, you know, I'm not saying give up on investments, give up on stock trading. Like, no, it's like have a foot in there, but pick one. It seems like he's crazy about real estate. So it's like, I would pick real estate, you know? Do whatever you can to soak up more knowledge.
Yep. Even if it means just like apprenticing with somebody who is a real estate investor. Ask them like, what did you do? How did you get better at this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, that's really where the networking comes in. But it's also important to make sure that we have a diversification of investments. You know, there is no one who's just 100% in real estate, 100% in one stock. You know, you can do that. You can have that singular focus. But if something goes wrong, it's all wrong, and it's all gone.
Yeah.
That's where, when you're younger, having that diversification, the 8 to 9 uncorrelated bets, a la Ray Dalio, that's the way that we build wealth, and we also lower down our risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else to say on that?
Yeah, I mean, for him, like, it's going to be stay informed. Like, maybe reach out to like a financial planner when you're 18, because if you're 17, you can't work with anyone like legitimately.
Yeah.
You know, he probably doesn't need a financial advisor at this point because he has no money.
Yeah.
Unless he does have money. If he does, then go ahead and let me know, because then we can maybe talk.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing you need to do is start coming up with a plan. You need to make more money. Like, you need to make money. You need to spend less money, and you need to start getting that money ready, or the money that you're saving ready to put into investments.
Nice.
And there is no get-rich-quick schemes that work. There is a reason that there is no one on the Forbes 100 list who is a day trader, who is an options trader, who does any of this stuff. Because building wealth takes a long time, and it's about staying in the game long enough, not going for the big swings every single time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes can you just bunt to first?
Yeah.
You know, steal second.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. If you go for the grand slam every time, you're going to get taken out too often. If you get taken out in investing, most people never get back in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, stay in the game.
Stay in the game.
Do your best to just stay in the game. Don't get wiped out.
Yeah. Stay informed and be deserving of a person that is worthy of a $200,000 to $300,000 net or annual income passively.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would question is, like, this kid's only in high school. He hasn't even worked a real job a day in his life. How can he say that he doesn't want to do that if he hasn't never experienced it?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the kids on social media see the 9 to 5 as like a trap, and it's like horrible. And for some people, they love it. Some people, they love it. I mean, you've done it. I've done it.
It really depends on where you're at.
Depends on the person.
Yeah. I work every single day, and it's something that I love doing. And even if I wasn't making money, I would continue doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. With that being said, I hope you took that knowledge and you do something with it. You know, because knowledge without action is just entertainment. And while I do think we are quite entertaining, that is just my ego talking. But I want you to actually use the information we talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So good luck, man. If you're still in high school, happy graduation. That should be coming up here in the next few months, I think.
I hope.
July? Right? July?
No,
May?
I think May.
May? Okay. Next few months. Well, happy graduation. And yeah, man, you can always reach out to Chris at Mons on Wealth. I'd be happy to keep on pushing you in the right direction. But big things for you is stay informed. Just keep on learning. Focus on one thing at a time. Build up your credit. Ask your parents if they're willing to co-sign a credit card with you. And you know, you can always maybe even look into like a custodial IRA or a custodial IRA if you have a job. When you're 18, you can actually open up your own IRA. But I'm not sure when that's going to be for you.